Hi everyone, Daniel from Homegrown in Australia. So for those that haven't seen my videos, I'm in the outer eastern suburbs of Melbourne, just under the Dandenongs at the entry of the Yarra Valley. And what I do is produce a quick little video of what's going on in my garden at the time. And I haven't done one for a while, so I thought I'd better get on with it. Light's fading here. It's after 8 p.m. In the evening, and so we're struggling with light. But anyway, here we go. So we're about the 3rd of February. We've been getting tomatoes now for probably about the last 3 weeks, so a little bit later than other times in the year. The ones we're looking at here are Siberian tomatoes. So Siberian, they deal with the cold weather a little bit better. They're a relatively small tomato, so let's put my hand up against them so you can get a bit of an idea. But they're a really nice tasting tomato. They're a really good looking tomato, and quite prolific. The bushes haven't got as large as they normally do this year. We've had some unseasonably cold weather. We haven't had a lot of hot weather. We have had a lot of rain though, so I haven't had to water these too much this year. We've got the basil, it's starting to go to seed, but growing between the tomato plants. So yeah, they've done reasonably well. In the next bed along, sorry about the light again, and just moving quickly, we've got our cucumber plant looking like it probably could have done with a bit more water, but we have had literally probably 60 odd cucumbers. I've got two varieties growing side by side, the European and the more spiky cucumbers. They've grown up the trellis reasonably well, and what I find, the cucumbers sitting on the trellis, they go a really nice colour. They don't get that yellowy colour on the underside when they're sitting on the soil or on the garden bed. So if you can get them growing up a trellis, I think that's really worth it. Next to them, the Romas just haven't grown that large, so they're only probably about 4 foot high. Yeah, normally maybe 5 or even 6 foot high. So, and not as prolific yet as I would have liked. But I'm not getting the blossom end rot, I don't think, like I have had in previous years. So we might have got the watering right. The poor zucchinis did suffer in a couple of hot days and really dried out. But we have been getting, look at this, I don't know if you can see this here, but look at all the ladybirds going crazy. They're having an absolute good time on those leaves. There's literally hundreds of them. We've picked some little Tommy toe tomatoes, and there's a zucchini we just picked a few seconds ago. So, corn. I haven't picked any corn yet, but we're getting close, I think. So really want to grow the corn close together. And for those that haven't grown corn before, you want to basically make sure that you're getting some of this stuff up the top here and feeding it onto the, so that's what gives us our pollination, and we get good corn. And then secondly, in this bed, we have eggplants. So I haven't had any of the eggplants yet. If we dive down, I'm wondering, there is an eggplant hiding in here somewhere. They're still small. You can see that black fruit there. So we're starting to get the fruit, the flowers. You can see here that forms the fruit. So eggplants are really worth growing, I think. So there's 4 plants there in a bed that's about 1.2. It's about 1.2 meters square. I've got 4 plants growing. Probably wouldn't want to grow them any closer than that. And then finally, in the veggie beds, we've got the Grosslisi tomatoes. I am having a problem this year. You can just see it on this one. Probably more so than normal years. I'm getting tomato worm or slug getting into them. And I lost my first probably 5 or 6 fruit, and then the odd one after that. So don't despair when you're growing tomatoes if you lose the first few fruit. Just need to get rid of those first few bugs that might be around. But I'm getting plenty of good ones now. Quite often I will start to take the fruit off at that colour and just put them on the windowsill so the birds don't peck at them. Or there's a bit of water around at the moment, so the birds only peck at them if they haven't got water. It's just a way of getting hydrated. So they are looking absolutely lovely this year. Other than that, I'm sort of going into the sun here, so this is a bit of a... So the cherries have all been obviously long picked. Just standing back here, I think you can see the apples. So these are Granny Smith apples. Got them all well netted, and we're not losing too much fruit to the birds this year. This might be a bit harder to see. It's a bit darker over here. Let's see if I can get in close. But we've got the delicious apples, and it's having troubles focusing. But these are a beautiful big apple. They're ready. We've been picking them. Getting lots of delicious apples. I need to get back to the beehive. We saved this beehive after we did a split, and we seem to have lost the queen somehow. So we managed to get another queen in there from another hive. And we've got our sensation pears. They're really plentiful. This tree's about 8 years old. We've got our... not sure if you can see anything in here, but there we go. Maybe this is better. We've got, this is behind the net, so just trying to get the camera between the net, but we've got heaps and heaps of the Burbosk, I'm probably saying that wrong, pears, and we've got the Williams pears. And again, oh look, I don't need to get too close here. You can see there's lots of the Williams pears. So I really did prune these trees hard this year. We've got some plums. So they're behind the nets again. Again, the drier weather, I didn't get enough water on the fig trees, and I lost a lot of leaves off this fig tree, despite having the ground covered. Nectarines. Oh, hello. Looks like the birds somehow got through these. So I did eat a few. I thought I had a few more on there. The quince. Sorry, I'm moving the camera around fast. This is what a quince looks like for those that love their quince paste. And you can see the leaves are a bit ordinary. This is from the cherry slug. The cherry slug absolutely loves the quince tree, possibly more than the cherry tree. We have our navel oranges. So they're slowly forming. Again, really prolific on the tree. And I'm embarrassed with my lemon tree, it needs a good prune. But we've got plenty of lemons, lemonades, limes on the West Indian lime tree, and the avocado tree behind that. So yeah, look, that's what's going on in my garden. Bit of a record for around early February time frame. Hope you found that a little bit interesting, and encourage you to grow some of your own fruit and vegetables. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more of these, please subscribe. Love to have you subscribe, and give it a like. Thanks very much. Bye.